Fixing a ticket. GuestVision gives you a few different methods on how to make corrections to transactions and tickets that have already been processed. One of them being fix ticket. You want to make sure that when you're fixing a ticket, you are only fixing a transaction or a ticket that has a cash or check payment method. You do not want to use fix ticket with a transaction that has a credit card as a payment method. In order to do this, you're going to click on transactions. Within your transactions tab, you're going to see a list of all the transactions that have been processed for that day that is displaying here. It'll usually default to today's date. You want to make sure that you are using fixed ticket only for tickets that have been processed the day of. You want to make any corrections that you need to these transactions before you close out for the day to prevent any errors or mistakes within your reports. If you are looking to make a correction such as the client's name or the student or employee's name, you want to utilize fix guest or fix employee/student instead of fix ticket. Please refer to those tutorials on how to do that. You're going to want to select a transaction that you would like to utilize fix ticket with. So I'm going to go ahead and select Joe here and click fix ticket. It's going to just confirm that I indeed want to return this ticket to in service. And I'm going to say yes. If you're prompted for a password, you want to enter your password. If it says that your password does not work for this, that means that you have to reach out to your management team to proceed with this, and they'll have to be the ones to actually fix the ticket. That means that your management team has secured that area. I'm going to go ahead and say yes, and it's going to bring that ticket back to right before I checked it out. So I can see the service that's on that transaction and that ticket here, and I can see that the payment method was cash. If I needed to maybe add an additional service that I forgot to add, or maybe include a coupon here that I forgot to include, so maybe I checked him out and then he said, oh, you know what, you forgot to apply my coupon, I can bring this back here, select coupon, find the coupon that I'd like to add and add that in. And you can see here that now the change amount is more. He gave me 20, now I owe him more money than I did earlier. So you can make such changes as you need to this here. If you forgot to add a service, you can add an additional service and now they're going to owe you more money. So if I added the Malibu treatment and let's say that cost $15, I can add that in, and now it's going to say in addition to what they paid you earlier, they still owe you $479. And you can then come here and change the amount that was given to you or the amount that the client paid. So you can come in here and make simple changes like this, like adding additional services, more products, removing things, adding coupons, all as well as the payment has been cash or check. You'll be able to change those payment methods. If their payment method was a card, that card has already settled and you're not able to change how much they paid you on that card, which is why you don't want to use fixed ticket for credit card transactions. So I'm going to just go ahead and change the amount given to me here. It's going to still let me know how much change to give them if that's necessary, and then I can go ahead and check out that ticket. It's going to then go ahead and just confirm my checkout, print out a receipt again. And when I go back to my transaction tab, I'm going to see that transaction listed as fixed. Anytime you make a correction, it's going to mark it as fixed in red, and it replaces it with the one right below it. Essentially, this one is voided and it's replaced by the one right below it. You can always click view ticket again if you wanted to just make sure that it looked good, if you wanted to reprint a receipt or just make sure that everything looked as intended. You can come back in here and do that and reprint any of that information. Once you have done that, you can of course move on to anything else. You can close the salon for the day. Again, we recommend that you fix any tickets or transactions before you close out for the day. If you have any additional questions, please refer to your help tab. That'll guide you to additional online tools and tutorials as well as tech support's phone number.